Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. So, in the previous class, we have done a discussion on the chapter, the excretion and elimination and excretion, the waste products. So, in today's class, we'll be continuing with one more chapter that's locomotion and the movement. Okay, so in this chapter, we'll have just a brief discussion about the locomotion and movement. Locomotion is the movement of organism from one place to the another place is said to be as locomotion. Locomotion involves the movement. Movement is changing in the posture of any body part is said to be as the movement of the eyelids, movement of the ears, movement of the stomach. Okay, everything is said to be as the movement. All locomotions are involving are made up of movements. All movements are not said to be as locomotion. So inside our body we are having two different type of movements are present inside our body. They are called as muscular movement as well as non-muscular movement. The muscular movement includes the of movement of the muscles. Non-muscular movement includes the movement of cells that are present in our body. So based on that, we are having three different type of movements showed in our body. They are called as amoeboid movement. Amoeboid movement are shown by leukocytes as well as macrophages. Ciliary movement is shown by ciliated epithelium present inside the oviduct and trachea. Okay. Flagellated type of movement is shown by the sperms, and lastly is the muscular movement, which is shown by the variety of muscles present in our body. Basically, we are having three different type of muscles. They are smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle. Smooth muscles are also called as involuntary muscles. They are called as involuntary muscles. They are present inside all the visceral organs. They do not possess striations. Okay, they do not possess the striations. And these muscles, they undergo rhythmic contractions. They undergo the rhythmic contraction. Skeletal muscles, they are all voluntary in function. They are all voluntary in function found in the skeletal parts of the body. They possess striations. They possess the striations and they undergo contraction as well as relaxation. Okay, this contraction and relaxation is caused due to the presence of actin and myosin filaments. Cardiac muscles are present surrounding to the heart. They undergo rhythmic contraction. Okay. These unicellular, the smooth muscles are always unicellular in nature, whereas the skeletal muscles are completely syncytium in nature. More nuclei are present, that is called as syncytium. Cardiac is also unicellular in nature. Okay, these are the three different type of muscles which are present in our body. Next is structure of a skeletal muscle. If you observe the structure of the skeletal muscle, this each one is called as So through the color differentiation, we can easily make out. Okay. These are called as fascicles. This red color one is called as fascia. Okay. You can take some circular structures here because it is a cross section we have taken. So internally, they're having many circles are present here. Okay, now if you take each circle outside, ಒಂದು circle ನ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ we can see a very peculiar structure. Okay, so along with that, this is called sarcoplasm. This is called sarcolemma. They are called T-tubules. It is called sarcoplasmic reticulum. And each one is called as myofibril. Okay, let's know about the structure of the skeletal muscle. This is the structure of the skeletal muscle. The skeletal muscle is made up of bundles of muscles. These bundles of muscles are called as fascicles. It's called as fascicle. One fascicle is connected to another fascicle with the means of a connective tissue, which is called as fascia. If you observe each muscle bundle here, the muscle bundle are made up of many number of muscle fibers. So we call each individual one as the muscle fiber. If you cut open each muscle fiber and if you observe, this is having its own plasma membrane. It's called sarcolemma. Internally, it has a cytoplasm called sarcoplasm, and on the surface of the sarcolemma, there is a presence of T-tubules that is responsible for transmission of nerve impulse from neuromuscular junction inside into the myofibril. This structure, the brown color one, indicates T-tubules. Internally in the cytoplasm, there is a presence of endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum is also called as sarcoplasmic reticulum. This sarcoplasmic reticulum is going to store the calcium ion that is responsible for the contraction and relaxation of the muscle fibers. And along with that, in the cytoplasm, there is a presence of dark band and light band. Alternative dark band, light band are present. Light band are made up of actin filaments. Dark band are made up of myosin filaments. This is about the structure of a skeletal muscle. Okay, let's look into the structure of a myofibril. Okay. This is how we are going to represent the structure of the myofibril. This structure of myofibril plays a very important role in identification of the structure of the muscle fiber. The pink color line are called as I band. Okay, this red color line are called as A band. This green color line is called as Z line. Okay, Z line is present on both the side. And a small thin line, a small thin line passes through the center of A band. This thin line is referred to as M line. Okay, there is some space between the I band and the A band. This space is called as H zone. So let's look into the parts of this myofibril. I band is also called as light band. It is also called as light band. I band is called light band or isotopic band. It is made up of only the actin filaments. It's made up of actin filament. A band is called as dark band, an isotropic band. It is made up of myosin filament. It's made up of myosin filament. Light band and dark band, they are always present alternative to each other. The I band exactly at the center is bisected into two parts with the help of Z line. Therefore, Z line helps in attachment of I band at one end. The another end of I band is set free. A band is set free. It is not attached to any of the lines. It is always set free alternatively between the two I bands. An imaginary line will pass through the center of the A band, that is called as M line. So I band always overlaps over the A band. There is some region where there is no overlapping between I band and A band. That area is completely free. That is called as H zone. When the muscles undergo contraction, I bands come close to each other. I bands, they come close to each other. They come close to each other. But this length of A band remains same. Length remains same. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರದ್ದು A band. What happens to the I band? The length is going to reduce. Then what happens to the length of muscle? The length of muscle is also going to reduce. This is about the structure of the myofibril. Let's look into the structure of actin and myosin filament. Actins are made up of two long polypeptide chain, two long filamentous polypeptide chain. They are called as F actins. Like this. Okay, this is called as F actin. Each F actin is made up of circular unit. It's called as G actin. On this F actin, there is a movement of another a thin rope-like structure will passes on the surface of this F actin. It is called as tropomyosin. On the surface of the tropomyosin, there is a presence of structures called as troponin. This troponin is classified into troponin A, troponin B, and troponin C. Troponin C is going to bind along with the calcium ion and it is going to unmask Okay, it is going to unmask the area for binding of the myosin filaments. This is about the structure of actin filament. Next comes to the structure of myosin filament. This is ATP binding site, actin binding site. First one ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು actin binding site. ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ATP binding site. This is the head. Okay. This portion is called as cross arm. This is called tail. The myosin is made up of two parts. Okay, light meromyosin. Heavy meromyosin. Okay, na? Light meromyosin and heavy meromyosin, where meromyosin is the unit of myosin. The heavy meromyosin is made up of head as well as the cross arm. Light meromyosin is made up of tail. The head contains actin binding site and ATP binding site. Sites are present in the myosin. Okay, na? So ATPase enzyme is present in the myosin, head of the myosin, that helps in breaking down of ATP into ADP as well as the phosphate. What's the mechanism of muscle contraction? When we come to the mechanism of the muscle contraction, see, first, calcium ion binds to troponin C. Therefore, actin comes and attaches to the head of myosin. In the second step, ATP binds to head of myosin and it is broken down into ADP plus phosphate with the release of energy. Okay, with the release of energy, formation of cross bridge is observed between actin and myosin. So once the cross bridge is formed between the actin and the myosin, cross bridge formation ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? The head of the myosin moves backwards. The head of the myosin moves backwards on the surface of the actin. Okay. Once the head moves backwards, actin filament slides over myosin filament. Then after movement of actin filament over the myosin filament, ADP plus phosphate comes outside leaving the myosin, head of the myosin free as well as the actin filament free. This whole process is called as muscle contraction. For this, ATPase enzyme, calcium ions, both are responsible in order to carry out this process. This is considered to be as muscle contraction. We are having two different type of muscles. One is red muscle and another one is called as white muscle. In case of the red muscle, there is a presence of myoglobin pigment. It is rich in myoglobin pigment, less mitochondria. Okay. More sarcoplasmic reticulum. Contraction is slow. Contraction is very slow and it takes place in rhythmic amount. Sorry, here one small correction. More mitochondria as well as less sarcoplasmic reticulum and it undergoes slow contraction. Next, white muscle fibers, they are light color due to the less myoglobin, more sarcoplasmic reticulum, less mitochondria, fast contraction. These are the differences between the red muscles as well as the white muscles. Next is skeletal system. In case of the skeletal system, we are having two parts of skeletal system. Axial skeletal system, which includes brain, spinal cord, rib cage. All these three combines together to form axial skeletal system. Skull. Skull encloses the brain in a box-like cavity called as cranium. This cranium is made up of head bones as well as facial bones. The cranium bones, the head bones are 8 in number, whereas the facial bones are 14 in number. These bones, they are joined together with the help of fused joints. Fused joints, and they are called as immovable joint that cannot help in the movement of these. They are connected with the help of the sutures. Okay, so next in case of the facial bone, hyoid bone is the only bone which is set free in the lower jaw. Next, spinal cord. Spinal cord is covered by vertebral column. There are 33 vertebrae are there, 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 4 sacrum. So in case of these last two, sacrum and coccyx, they are completely the fused forms. Okay, next is the rib cage. Rib cage is made up of sternum in front and vertebral column on back. Clavicle is shaped bone that connects to glenoid cavity. Scapula is triangular bone, has ridge. It has a ridge, okay, a ridge called acromion, which connects to the glenoid cavity. This is about the structure of the cranium, spinal cord, and rib cage. The second one is called as appendicular skeletal system. Appendicular skeletal system includes pectoral girdle as well as pelvic girdle. Pectoral girdle includes humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, phalanges. Altogether it will have 30 in number. When you come to the pelvic girdle, in case of pelvic girdle, we are having pubic bones. It is made up of 3 parts: ilium, ischium, acetabulum, it's the cavity, and pubis. These 3 parts joins together to form the innominate bone or the coxal bones. Okay, then comes to the bones of the limbs. They are present: femur, tibia, fibula, tarsal, metatarsal, phalanges. These are the parts of the skeletal system. So in the knee, we are having one more thing. It's called as kneecap. It's also called as patella. It is formed by the ossification of the bones. Pieces of the cartilage joins together to form the patella. Okay, it's a sesamoid bone developed in tendons. Joints. We are having 3 different type of joints present in our body. There are fibrous joints, which are observed in case of the cranium. Then second one is called as imperfect joints, present in between intervertebral disc. Then synovial joint, present in maximum parts of the body, which includes ball and socket type of joint in case of our hands as well as in our limbs. It's having ball and socket type of joint. Pivot is observed in between axis and atlas vertebrae. Saddle joint is observed in between the carpal and metacarpal of hand and thumb. That is called as the saddle joint. Pivotal joint, neckalaito, saddle joint, the movement of the ball and socket joint, both the ball and socket are poorly developed, so they should move comparatively less freely. thumb as well as the carpal. So after that we are having gliding. Gliding joint is helpful in articulation of bone with each other. Joint between radio ulna, sternum and clavicle. Ellipsoid. Ellipsoid type of joint. These are movement in two types in two directions, side to side, back and forth between metacarpals and phalanges. These are the different type of joints. Okay, so when comes to the diseases, we are having myasthenia gravis is there, DMD disease is there, gout is there, tetany is there, arthritis is there, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. In case of myasthenia gravis, it's autoimmune diseases where the immune systems are completely disturbed. In case of DMD, it's called as genetical disorder where there is a lack of production of the protein dystrophin. Therefore, the metabolism will not take place and that results in the spasm of the muscle. Then gout, accumulation of uric acid crystals. Accumulation of uric acid crystals in the body is said to be as the gout. Tetany, the production of calcium, low calcium ಮತ್ತೆ low estrogen results in tetany due to low calcium. This occurs as the aging. Then osteoporosis, softening of the bone due to the low calcium level. Rheumatoid arthritis is caused due to the organism. Infection or inflammation takes place at this region. So these are all the synapses regarding to the locomotion and movement. Let's move on to the questions. Which one of the following items is correctly matched with respect to the numbers of the humans? Phalanges 56, scapula is 3, cervical vertebrae 8, floating ribs 5. So scapula is just 2, cervical ribs is just 7, floating ribs are 2. The right arrangement is yes. 14 into 4. 4 4 is 16, carry 1, 4 on the 4 plus 1, 5, 56 phalanges. Select the incorrect match between the characteristic and location of joints in human. Presence of two coxal bones of pelvic girdle, pubic symphysis. Bones are firmly fixed together by strong collagen fibers, sutures in cranium. Synovial cavity filled with a synovial fluid which acts as a lubricant, humerus and glenoid. All movement in multiple direction between carpal as well as metacarpal. Incorrect match is fourth one. Striped muscles in the heart are syncytial structure, unbranched, spindle shape, involuntary in nature. They are involuntary in nature. Which one of the following is wrongly matched? Red muscle fiber rich in myoglobin, white muscle fiber rich in sarcoplasmic reticulum. Myosin is white muscle fiber rich in sarcoplasmic reticulum. It's right. Myosin is a contractile protein. Troponin is not a regulatory protein. Type of joint present between humerus and scapula. This is scapula present in between the second to fifth thoracic vertebrae. Okay, humerus is present here. Okay, so the type of joint that is present in between the humerus and scapula is called as ball and socket joint. ATP binding site is on or associated with the troponin, tropomyosin, tail part of myosin, head part of meromyosin. Role of calcium during muscle contraction is it exposes a factin by conformational change in troponin. It increases affinity of myosin for ATP. It binds to the actin binding site on myosin. It prevents contraction of sarcomere. The role of calcium ion is it exposes the factin by conformational change in troponin. So the calcium ions, it is going to bring about conformational change in the troponin. Okay, this conformational change which of the following has oxygen storing capacity in muscles? Myoglobin. Match the following. Choose the correct option given below. Myasthenia gravis is autoimmune disorder. Tetany is rapid spasm in muscles. Gout, inflammation of joints due to accumulation of uric acid. Osteoarthritis, degeneration of articular cartilage and proliferation of new bone. Option is A to 3, B to 1, then C to 2, option 2. Choose the option correctly identifies the A, B, C, D. A is called as coxal bone. It's also called as pubis. B is called as the femur. C is called patella. And D is called as fibula. Coxal bone, femur, patella, fibula. Option second. The movement which results in change of place or location is called locomotion. Amoeba shows the movement with the help of pseudopodia. Dash circulates the blood to all parts of the body. Peristaltic movement of esophagus, pumping of heart, peristaltic movement of intestine, ciliary movement of oviduct. It's the pumping of heart. Two cells of the body which shows the pseudopodial movement are lymphocytes and lymphocytes. Okay, the answer is WBC and macrophages. Which of the following structure contract and relax rhythmically to produce movement? Which of the following structure contract and relax rhythmically to produce the movement? Rhythmic contract agadandre muscles. Which of the following is not a function of locomotion? Procurement of food, peristalsis, searching shelter, finding the male. Peristaltic movement. Muscle is specialized tissue which originates from Down. Specialized cells that make up of mesocells are myocytes. Okay, next one. Human body contains how many number of muscles? 639 muscles. A collagen sheet of connective tissue layer holding all the muscle bundles together is called fascia. A bundle of muscle is called as fascicle. The sheath covering a single bundle of muscle fiber is called as epimysin. Okay. Next. Tendons connect muscle to bone, bone to vertebral column, bone to bone, bone to cartilage. Tendons always connects from muscle to the bone. If this is the skin, if this is the muscle is connected to the skin, okay, with the help of the tendons. At the same time, here it come across presence of muscles to the bone. The plasma membrane of the muscle fiber is called sarcolemma. The dark band present on the myofibril is called as anisotropic band. M line that passes through the center of A band. M line. It passes through the center of H zone. H zone comes under the A band only. Structural and functional unit of myofibril, which contracts to cause the movement, is called as sarcolemma. From one successive suck line to the another successive Z line to carry out these two. Between these two is called unit of contraction. A sarcomere is made up of two I bands plus one A band. Okay. Next. Which one of the protein is not a part of thin filament? Not a part. Myosin is not a part of thin filament. The monomeric protein which polymerizes to form myosin is meromyosin. Select the correct option. Heavy meromyosin is having the tail and short arm. Light meromyosin tail and head. Heavy meromyosin head and short arm. Light meromyosin is equal to head. Option 3. ATP binding site is located on the surface of head of the myosin. Muscle fatigue occurs due to accumulation of lactic acid. Total number of floating ribs are 2 in number. The last 11th and 12th ribs. The number of bones present in the skeletal that runs along the mid-longitudinal axis of the body. Number of bones present in the skeleton that runs along the mid-longitudinal axis of the body is So here they're asking about mid longitudinal axis of the body ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರೇನಿಯಂ ನಿಂದ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು ಕ್ರೇನಿಯಂ ನಿಂದ ವರ್ಟಿಬ್ರಲ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟರ್ನಮ್ ರಿಪ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 8 ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕ್ರೇನಿಯಂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 14 ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫೇಶಿಯಲ್ ಬೋನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಟಿಬ್ರಲ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ 33 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಮುಂದಗಡೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಪ್ಸ್ 12 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟರ್ನಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So altogether it is 78 ಆಗಬೇಕು. Okay, it's totally 78 bones are present. Cranium protecting the brain is made up of 8 bones. Head of the humerus, this is the head of the humerus. This head of the humerus articulate with the dash cavity present in it, glenoid cavity. Match the following. Malleus, stapes, and incus are the 3 small ear ossicles. Incus, malleus, hammer shape. Incus is stirrup shape. Anvil is stapes. So malleus first one hammer shape ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. malleus incus ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು anvil shape ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. incus is in anvil shape. A to 3. malleus is a hammer shape. B to 1. okay na? A to 3, B to 1 and C to 2. option 4. The U-shaped hyoid bone is present at the base of the buccal cavity, is called as hyoid bone. Longest bone of the thigh muscle is called as the femur. Match the following. Tarsal. Tarsals ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, phalanges ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ. Femur is always 1 in number. Okay na? Phalanges 14 in number. Tarsal 5 in number. Metatarsal, sorry, 1 second, a small correction that we need to do it here. First one, femur is 1 in number. Okay, phalanges is 14 in number. Tarsal is 7 in number. Metatarsal 5 in number. A to 3, B to 1, C to 4 and D to 2. So option 1. The joint present between radius and ulna is called as the gliding. In myasthenia gravis is affected sarcoplasmic reticulum, sarcolemma, neuromuscular junction or T tubules. Myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disease. Neuromuscular junction is affected. A type of joint where flat skull bones fuse end to end with the help of a dense fibrous connective tissue is called as fibrous joint. True flat bone of axial skeleton lining ventral midline of thorax is called clavicle. True flat bone of axial lying on the mid-ventral line of the thorax. It's not clavicle, it's an bone, not a part of appendicular skeletal system. Sphenoid, patella, scapula, pubis. Sphenoid, it's present in the cranium. Select the correct match between the bone with their numbers. Facial bone 14 in number, zygomatic bone 1, mandibles 2, axial 206. The wrong one is zygomatic, it's 2 in number. Read the following statement. Statement 1. Each coxal bone in human is made up of ilium, ischium, and the pubis. At the point of fusion of above listed bones is a glenoid cavity at which thigh bone articulates. Both 1 and 2 statements are correct. Knee joint as well as the elbow joint are the examples of synovial joint, hinge joint, saddle alla, pivot alla, hinge joint. Which one of the following is correct description of the given part of skeletal, human skeletal? The 9th and 10th pair of ribs are called vertebrosternal ribs. They are attached to the vertebral column as well as the sternum. First vertebrae is called atlas vertebrae, which articulates with occipital condyle. Each pectoral girdle comprises of one clavicle, one scapula. The number of sacrum is 5 in both adults as well as in case of the fetus. Option B, atlas vertebrae articulates with the condyles. Select the correct match between the items listed in column 1 as well as column 2. Bicephalic. They are 12 in adult. Hyaline cartilage made up of chondroitin source lacunae. Tetanus, rapid spasm due to low calcium. Thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae are 12 in number in adult, in human. Option to 2, B to 3, C to 4, and D to 5. Select the activity which would not essentially involve movement but not result in locomotion. Walking, locomotion agate, climbing agate, talking agala, swimming agala. So it is the talking. Okay. Till up to 55, we can discuss. Choose the correct match. Incorrect match. Malleus, stapes, and incus ear-ossicles. Lacrimal bone, nasal bone, and maxillae are paired bones. Humerus, radius, and ulna are bones of forelimb. Muscular dystrophy is disorder of skeletal system. It's a genetical disorder, D. Among the following, limited movement is permitted by joint present between junction of carpal and metacarpal. Globular regulatory protein of skeletal muscles complete ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು? Tropomyosin, actin, troponin. Globular regulatory protein, it's tropomyosin. So we have discussed so far with the 55 questions under the locomotion and movement. In the next class, we will discuss with the nervous system and chemical coordination and integration chapter. By that, the first year concepts are going to wind up. So today, I'm going to wind up the class here itself. Thank you.